Welcome back. I'm Matt Rooney. Today we're going to take a tour of West Galt in Cambridge. Galt is a beautiful community with some amazing architecture, booming real estate, and great schools that I'll touch on in this video. Keep watching as I take you through the best of Waterloo region. West Galt is located on the southwest side of Cambridge with close access to Highway 24 and the 401. The town has a rich history and there's loads of century homes and historic buildings throughout. You're never short on scenery with the Grand River running right through town, dividing east and west, and there's a fantastic balance here between the charm of a small town and the convenience of modern amenities. Much like the rest of the region, real estate here has been climbing steadily over the last 4 years, but West Galt remains just a little more affordable than back in Kitchener, Waterloo, and some other areas of Cambridge. I don't think a lot of the region's residents from outside the neighborhood realize how truly beautiful this part of town is. The obvious starting point to take in the scenery or to head out on a hike or bike ride is the Grand River. Coming down Blair Road to George Street North is a long path along the cliff banking the Grand. As you come down the hill into the residential area, you'll find yourself in River Bluffs Park, a great place to launch a kayak or canoe, and you can continue to follow the Grand all the way out of Cambridge. You're sure to see some wildlife along the way as the water's filled with brown trout, smallmouth bass, pike, walleye, carp, yellow perch, and they all attract everything from blue heron to cranes to fox and deer. The Grand isn't the only spot to get your fill of nature here either. Devil's Creek runs off the Grand, through the bush, and just past Victoria Park, a nice spot with cricket and tennis courts. There are a few other parks scattered throughout this part of town as well, like Waterworks Park and Willard Park. And to follow the theme, the countryside is only a few-minute drive up Cedar Street. Galt was established in 1816 by William Dixon, a lawyer and merchant from Niagara-on-the-Lake. Dixon hired a carpenter named Absalom Shade to build the town site and original mill, giving Galt its original name, Shade's Mills. In 1827, it was renamed Galt after John Galt, the Scottish novelist and colonizer who founded the Canada Company. There are plenty of restaurants and amenities around Galt too. In a storied old building with a perfect view of Dixon Park sits my personal favorite, Black Wing Coffee. This lovely little cafe offers up locally roasted coffee for espresso, pour-overs, and drip coffee. They have an excellent selection of loose leaf teas, and there's a great selection of micro beers, wine, and whiskey to wet your whistle with. As you head into the downtown core, you should definitely check out Say Cheese Please. Not only will you find a wonderful selection of cheeses, you'll also get your pick of some pastries, knickknacks, and preserves. Keep heading down the road for an evening of entertainment at Drayton Entertainment's Hamilton Family Theatre, the perfect place for musicals, plays, and stand-up comics. Just up Cedar Street is a plaza with all of your modern amenities like a Sobeys, LCBO, and a Tim Hortons, and there's plenty more mom-and-pop style shops downtown. The real estate here is really starting to pick up. First-time buyers are flocking here to take advantage of the slight price reprieve they receive when compared with some of the busier areas in the region, but homes here are still in high demand. There are some gorgeous century homes up on the hill and a nice suburban community off of Blair Road. One of the biggest driving forces behind the rise in real estate here is the Gaslight District, a $120 million development set right here in the downtown of West Galt. This mixed-use development will feature two 20-story residential condominium towers, as well as a market, cobblestone square, a brewery, commercial office space, an event hall, and more. It's really going to be something to see when it's completed. If you're searching for a new home here, you probably have a list of questions and concerns, but on the top of that list is often one regarding the options for your children's education. Luckily, there's a plethora of schools throughout the west side and the entirety of Galt. For elementary schools, to name a few, there's Highland Public School, Tate Street Public School, St. Andrews Senior Public School, St. Gregory Catholic School, and St. Augustine Catholic School. When it's time for the Tykes to head off to high school, they'll attend either Southwood Secondary School or Galt Collegiate Institute. The University of Waterloo's architecture campus can also be found here, sitting right on the Grand. When looking for homes, we always take a peek at what school district the properties lie in and then map out how far a walk or drive it would be for the kids to get to school. For example, if you found yourself living towards the center of West Galt on, let's say, Drew Ave, your elementary school-aged child would attend Highland Public School, which is about a 3-minute drive or a 15-minute walk. These things are important to a lot of home buyers, but don't worry, your realtor will be able to tell you everything you need to know about the local schools in their districts. And if they can't, I happen to know one that can. If you've been avoiding this area of the region, don't. It's gorgeous here and has everything you need. It's the perfect blend of small town charm and modern convenience. Once you take a look around, I think it'll be pretty plain to see why I'm so excited about this part of town. That's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for watching. As always, feel free to hit me up if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time on the best of Waterloo region. Whew, she's a chilly one. Good to go, good to go. You good? We're good? Record, action? You're not, okay.